to see this country just melt down in such a quick and just nauseating way.
We're not caving. Our firm is not caving. We're proud to be here representing the fact that the lawyers are the ones who are going to stand up and say this is not right.
It's important to us to stand up for independent courts and an independent judiciary. We won't be bribed by this administration.
Basic science and basic facts that our democracy depends on is being torn down. And when that happens, people get hurt.
This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like.
Wow.
I thought it was it's catchy. All right, so we need some young people.
We object to the everything that Donald Trump is doing, basically in terms of his power grab and all the damage he's doing to the economy and to democracy. That's why I'm saying the Trump slump is basically the stock market's crashing, the economy's going to crash, it's already crashing, and it's all about Trump. It's all his actions, his stupidity, his mistakes.
One of my major concerns is how much disinformation that they are perpetuating out in the public, that basic science and basic facts that our democracy depends on is being torn down. And when that happens, people get hurt. We've already seen that, whether it's measles outbreaks that should not be happening in this country or climate change. I'm really concerned about it. We're going the wrong direction right now. They had a plan when they campaigned. They had it in Project 2025, and they are enacting it. And what it's doing is taking a chainsaw to science and facts and the entire systems that we depend on for really basic things. They promised that they were going to decrease our grocery prices, and they've been done everything but that.
My ancestors gave too much. My parents, my grandparents, great-grandparents, and everyone before gave too much, broke too much ground for me and people like me just to let this go. So I'm not going to go down without a fight. I think the thing that hurts me most personally is now that I'm pretty much retired, Social Security, whatever in the world they're trying to do. Well, I know they're trying to destroy it. Watching my 403B evaporate in the last 2 days, and it's pretty hurtful to see minority history just being erased. It's pretty sickening.
Well, affecting me is pretty much everything, but due process is the biggest one. We've got people that are being put in jail, sent to other countries that haven't been before a judge. So therefore, we've got a lot of mistakes happening. And therefore, as far as I'm concerned, due process is the biggest. We need people to be rightfully detained, if so, then put before a judge and then found innocent or guilty.
Make billionaire space Nazis fictional again, because the real ones are unfortunately in charge of firing government employees that don't deserve it, and government employees that we need in order to keep our government functional for everyone, not just for billionaires.
It's not just the stock market. That's the least of it, really.
In fact, I don't actually care if I lose money, because I actually care about all the people that maybe it's not just money, it's that their groceries and people being deported and people who are actually much more vulnerable than I am that I'm here for.
I think that the first step is getting everybody united, and because together that's we only have our power if we're all together.
And it's done. I mean, the guy is completely out of control, and to see this country just melt down in such a quick and just nauseating way, it's just crazy. And when you look at these folks, you know what I feel? Emotional.
I mean, we're so glad to be out. We are so proud to be lawyers. We are so proud. We fight for the Constitution, and it's been embarrassing to see some members of our profession cave. We're not caving. Our firm is not caving. We're proud to be here representing the fact that the lawyers are the ones who are going to stand up and say, this is not right. You know, we're going to quote Cory Booker, right? It is not right and left, it is right and wrong. Our Constitution means something, and we're proud to be here for that.
Yes, this is the moral moment. I mean, to the extent that our courts are the touchstone of where Americans should be able to freely contest government action, it's important to us to stand up for independent courts and an independent judiciary. We won't be bribed by this administration.
To the audience. Yes?
Hands off means restore what we've had as a democracy. And so it's being touched in the most dangerous ways. In fact, when we were making our poster and we were saying what to have hands off, we had trouble limiting the list. The list got so long between free speech and reproductive rights and Social Security. I mean, we could have done 20 other things, and those are all being impacted and being overhauled in ways that nobody intended. And I would say it's embarrassing, but it has an impact on everyone's lives throughout the world. He's upending economies of some of the poorest countries in the world on a whim. What do you say? And to stop that, I don't know how we're going to stop that unless he has another whim to reverse it. But the ball's all in his court, which is the scary part.
We see like his Liberation Day affected the stock market, which affects loads of different countries, the EU. I mean, all the countries except for maybe Russia and a few others didn't have tariffs, but everybody else, even penguins, were affected by the tariffs. So yeah, things nonsensical like that where allies become enemies. I mean, in World War II, which was the real liberation, we were allies with the US. Are we allies with the US anymore? For the moment, we're not allied with his president. Let's see what happens next.
And every single day, it seems like he starts doing things on a whim. You don't really know what he's going to do. It doesn't seem like he knows what he's going to do. I think he also lets himself be influenced by other dangerous people, people with money instead of proper thinking thing for people. He's not thinking about people. He's thinking about his billionaire buddies. And yeah, so there's no limit to the issues that he's causing.
The policies Trump is following are a threat to the world as we have come to know it and enjoy it as very privileged Westerners, and it continues to threaten people in other countries around the world. It's not a question of location, it's a question of principle.
His energy that he's encouraging other people to have, that he's kind of the avatar of this hideous energy that has erupted like a boil on the face of humanity, and we have to pop this boil. And I think the only way really to do it is to talk about his comb over, talk about how fat he is, how gross he is, how anybody can think he's anything other than that is just perplexing, is it not? So, I mean, that's really, I guess everything grows out of that. Everything he represents, it's like if you took the worst of America and shoved it into one body, it would be Donald Trump.
The tariffs this week, or announced just yesterday, I think, hugely damaging to the world order, hugely damaging to this country. So that's just the most recent of a long set of attacks. But what he's doing to dismantle the federal government, what he's doing at the border, how he's sending people without due process back to concentration camps in El Salvador. There's a long list of things. But today we really want to send a message of solidarity to our friends and families back in America.
He's a horrible, small-minded person who is easily maneuvered. And the people who are maneuvering him are very, very, very dangerous. And he's very dangerous, but he's a small-minded and not, frankly, very smart person. So, no, I don't know what to hope. I just hope this is over soon.